Macomb will bring in some subs here as Abernathy checks back into the game, and they're going to pair her with Hines down low.
23.1 seconds left in the opening quarter. 14-9 ball game. Chargers have been led by Lainey Housewright, who has 12 points. Straight to the rim is Abernathy. She gets the quick 2. Abernathy's got to play a little cautious. She's got 2 fouls. As Housewright going to get it up, get it out of her hands. I would think you got to get it back around, swing it around. And she's open.
Open.
She's going to have a chance. Buzzer beater 3. Off back iron, no good. And it's an 11-14 ball game here after 1. We'll take a quick break as you're listening and watching Macomb High Girls Basketball right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back into Bombers basketball right here on TSSR Game Time Live. It's a good time to do some reads. We're going to start right back out. Ron Albee Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Albee Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out the inventory. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, your sponsor for all of Macomb High Fall sports, is bringing you since 1960. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort system. Call your local carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers a 365-day of indoor comfort. Quarter number 2 underway. Should be 14-11 ball game. There we are. As the Chargers will start with it. Lainey Housewright, who has the ball right now and hands it off, has been dominant today. 12 points in the first quarter, 3 of them from deep, as that one will be a triple from number 3. Kennedy Artman, it's just off back rim, rebounded by Hines.
And now Macomb is putting Sophie Wilson on Housewright at all times. They're playing, they're face guarding her now.
Abernathy tried to get to the rim, pulled up for the 12-footer, just off the right side, no good. Abernathy in a little bit of a foul trouble, has 2 early in this one. Swung around. Frazier. Bounce back to outright. Now quickly back. Artman. Cross court. Frazier. Baseline drive. Got right past her defender in Dakota Thorman. No good, but the foul is going to be there. As we'll see who that foul is on. 32.
Looks like he's signaling 23.
23, you're right. That's why you're here, Joey. You're a guy. So Dakota Thorman will pick up her first. Team first here in the quarters. The free throw is good by Anna Jacob.
You know, Macomb has more size than Illini West. So offensively, I feel Macomb needs to just get the ball down low to 34 or 30, Hines or Abernathy. And I think by doing that, you're going to be able to get easy buckets down low. And as for Illini West, continue to feed the ball to number 4, Lainey Housewright. She's on fire right now.
Second quarter action, 5:56 pass, almost out of the reach of Abernathy. She tracks it down in the corner, feeds it into Hines. Hines goes up. No call as Housewright's running the floor. Beautiful outlet pass up at the layup is good for Lainey Housewright.
And right on cue, right as I said it, they go out the ball to Hines. Hines just missed the layup.
Hines this time will go to the rim and she'll be fouled, as this is turning not into a basketball game but a track meet, boys.
Oh yeah, and then the full court press, that's the risk you take when you play full court. You know, once you get beat by the first line, it's a 5-on-3 after that, and as we've seen, they've just gotten beat down the floor, both teams so far this second quarter.
Foul is going to be on number 5, Kennedy Gunning. Hines' first free throw attempts too strong. Will Thomas, Peyton Hutchins, and Joey Jelinek bringing you all the action tonight. Senior day here for the Bombers. We'll bring you that after this game.
And you got to think Illini West is happy with this early pace as they have a bench that is deeper by 3 girls compared to Macomb's where they've only got 2.
Yeah, that 7 players is going to be quick as it will go out of bounds. Head back in the direction of the Macomb Bombers.
And Jacob will check back in, this time for House Right.
And now Illini West is going to back off a little bit. And I think this pace is going to favor Macomb more than Illini West.
Yeah, you have to think with 7 players how much you really want to get into a track meet back and forth. The 3 was thought there by Thorman. He's going to feed it in Hines, who likes going to that left hand. She does there. Her layup's just too strong. Natural lefty is Hines. Wants to work to the left all the time.
Although earlier her first basket of the game was a rip through to the right, so she definitely can use both hands.
Gunning, trying to find it. It's going to go out of bounds. It will head back in the direction of the Bombers as they trail this one 18-11, 4:59 left in quarter number 2. It's been the Laney Housewright show as she's got 14 total points on the afternoon.
And every field goal for Illini West here early.
That's a great stat, Joey. I like that. And Abernathy tries to get back out to Holthouse. She does. Back out. Abernathy shot fake. Now we'll take the jumper. And it rolls in and out. No good. It's a good look there for Alea Abernathy.
Yeah, Abernathy, with the pump fake, got her defender in the air, 1 dribble pull up. Nice little move right there for Abernathy. Although it didn't go in, it was still a solid lid at the rim.
Hines tries to contest the jumper, and she does.
That was a great contest by Hines.
As it was out by Ava Shutwell, Aaliyah Abernathy picks up the rebound. Macomb looking for a bucket. Deep 2-pointer is good there by Dakota Thorman. Could argue that one was almost a 3. That would be one in the college game we would go back and look.
Yeah, and that's her second one today where she's kind of had a shot from distance and she's knocked 2 of those down.
Hines almost travels, ends up, finds Thorman. She will take the 3 this time and knock it down.
Yeah, she's definitely their 3-point threat from beyond the arc, and she's made 3 shots from almost the 3-point line every time.
Timeout Chargers, 18-16. Game 3:33 left in the second quarter. Macomb on a 5-0 run. We'll take a quick break as you're watching high school girls basketball right here on TSSR Game Time Live.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Welcome back inside the hangar. Will Thomas, Peyton Hutch, and Joey Jelinek bringing you all the action as Macomb High girls basketball takes on the Illini West Chargers right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, Illinois, one of Peyton's favorite breakfast spots, serves soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade desserts, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee board. Breakfast served all day, so we can go whenever we want, and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com or call 309-837-6700 for your takeout today. Foul on the other end, as it'll be on number 23. Joey, is that correct, 23?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what the scoreboard says. 23 picks up the foul as Dakota Thorman picks up her second, as the first one is off by Kennedy Gunning.
Interesting strategy here. The coach is not going to take Thorman out with her 2 fouls. Rightfully so, though, as she has made her last 2 shots from deep.
including a sports corner 3 there before we went to break.
Yeah. The second one's good there by Gunning, and it's a 16-19 ball game here. Both teams not really worried about getting the other one in the bonus. It's only 2-1 in the team foul category. Woolhouse works to the right, now gives to Abernathy. She'll take the 3. No spin on the basketball as Hines is going to pick up the offensive board. Back out to Abernathy. Holthouse calling for it. She's going to back it up, restart the offense. 2:58 left in the game. Abernathy just above the elbow. Backdoor cut. Holthouse up with the right hand. No good. Thought there was a foul. Bounced out of bounds and will stay with the Bombers.
Macomb must see something on that side of the floor because every time they catch it at the elbow, it's a backdoor cut every time.
Hines steps in, up the right hand. That one's no good. They're letting the contact go down in the post, boys.
And, you know, rightfully so.
Quick jumper there off the mark by Eva Shutwell, but we're going to have a foul on the rebound as that will go against White. 30.
That's her third.
Is that going to be on 34? That will be.
And now she's going to come off the floor.
Leah's third foul, as her as well as Lucy Platt will check out. Checking in will be Sophie Wilson, and who else checked in?
Number 4.
I think that's Sophie Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Illini West.
No, I think Ella Hare checked in as well for the Bombers. Like you said, Laney Housewright checked in for the Chargers. Inside to Hines now. We're going to get over the back foul.
That one will be on Anna Jacob, number 12 for Illini West.
Anna Jacob, number 12, picks up her first foul. Team second with 2:22. A bunch of twos. We stopped at 3:33. Now we're stopped at 2:22. Are we going to stop at 1:11, do you think?
Yes.
1:11 and then 0:00? I can put money on the 0:00 one. Hines, left wing, drives, three-pointer. Good for a sports corner three-pointer by Ella Hare.
Yeah, that was great. A great drive right there by Jordan Hines, kicking it out for a three-pointer. Really nice offense in the second quarter from Macomb. They've settled in offensively this quarter.
And Sophie Wilson will get called for the push as the Leathernecks. We used to broadcast Leatherneck basketball. No, as the Bombers are on an 8-1 run here in the later half of the second quarter. And, you know, some might say, but most of it's came when Laney Housewright's out of the basketball court. Here it is, Housewright. She drives, swung around. Shutwell, layup, no good. Out of bounds, and will stay with the Chargers. So an 8-1 run. That saw Housewright on the bench for most of that run, but, you know, quick baskets for the Bombers and a couple of three-pointers got them back into this one. Turnaround jumpers, no good there by Anna Jacobson. Will stay with Illini West. Inbounding under the basket. Deep two-pointer is going to be off to the right there for Kennedy Artman. And fighting for the offensive rebound was Anna Jacob, and she just stepped out of bounds. That's always the worst. You're fighting for an offensive rebound, it's battled around, and you just step out of bounds. Joey, do you ever have that problem with your size 14 feet?
I don't got quite size 14s. I think last time I played organized basketball, I was about a size 8 in junior high. So.
On the far corner, inside, now to Hare, turnaround, no good. Bombers had a chance to take the lead as the Chargers will bring it back up. Split the defense, they will, and we're going to get a traveling violation on Corn Robinson. And I'll head back Macomb's way.
Yeah, back to that offensive rebound situation for Illini West. Illini West, for a majority of this second quarter, hasn't gotten to the offensive boards much, but the last couple of minutes they've done well offensive rebound-wise.
Housewright fighting for it, pokes it out of bounds. 19-19, second quarter, 64 seconds left in this one.
After a slow start, Macomb has really had an excellent second quarter here. Let's see if they can close it out with the lead.
Sophie Wilson with the ball. Guarded by Horn Robinson. Wilson gives it up. Hare. Now Hines, top of the key, trying to feed it into Thorntman. Thorntman's get position. Works right, goes up with the right hand. Good for 2.
That was a great possession right there by Dakota Thorman. She set a good ball screen on the left wing, rolled, got the ball, finished. Really nice play by Thorman.
And now Macomb's defense steps up, forces the jump ball. It'll be Bombers basketball with 42.1 left in the first half. Do you hold for one? I mean, this is the question in the high school game. Do you hold for one with 42 seconds and just try to run the clock? You take the first good shot, as Wilson will dribble through the defense. Almost have it stripped away by House, right back out to Holthouse. Holthouse up with the right hand off glass, gets it to go. Bombers up by 4.
Yeah, Macomb offensively in this quarter has exploded, and it all starts, honestly, with Jordan Hines. Jordan Hines has been phenomenal this quarter, which got the spark.
Top of the key there, Robinson over to Artman. I think Housewright's got to find it, but baseline drive, that one's no good. Rebounded by who? The Chargers. They swing it around. 4 on the shot, game clock. 3-pointer. Back iron, no good. For Kennedy Artman as the Bombers end the first quarter on a 14-1 run and lead this one 23-19 as you're watching Macomb High School basketball right here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and that's going to lead us to a time to check out this halftime interview with McDonough District Hospital.
Welcome once again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH. And today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here.
Right.
But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You have kids?
Yep. Married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do you
right?
know where that is?
I do. I know where it's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that you're old. That
was-
isn't what I meant there.
There was
Bill.
There was an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga,
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
Right. So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova.
Correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right. Because
That's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
Right.
but you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
Right.
it's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever?
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, make sure, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. If we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payroll. It's a struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had 2 questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose that. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with the second half right after this.
Joey, are you okay? Welcome back inside the hangar. Sorry, our cameraman / commentators just was that your head or what happened?
I just stepped on the cord and yanked the headset off my head.
Out here breaking stuff. As we get ready, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, bringing Macomb High basketball as the Bombers end the second quarter on a 14-1 run and lead this one 23-19. Peyton, who also joined me, we're on a three-man crew. I got one to my left, one to my right. The guy on my left's Peyton. What'd you like from Macomb in that final about 4.5 minutes that got him this lead?
Well, you know, they did a good job when number 4, Lainey Housewright, was off the floor for Illini West. Housewright with 14 points, so they did a better job in the second quarter of defending her when she was on the floor. You know, she only had 5 in that second quarter compared to 9 in the first quarter, so they've done a better job defensively. But offensively, the spark really started when Jordan Hines came off the bench for Macomb. Started off with 4 straight points, and then in that second quarter, when they started pressing more, she just did a really good job of getting offensive rebounds, getting fouled, doing everything right. So Jordan Hines has been a big part of this first half for the Macomb Bombers offense, as well as number 23, Dakota Thorman, who has made a couple shots from deep.
Yeah, Thorman and I would say Ella Hare have really capitalized on Hines getting those offensive rebounds and really just spotting up. The easiest three-pointer, I have to say, basketball is off an offensive rebound because most likely the defense is underneath. It's going to be wide open. It's catch and shoot. Just knock it down. And that's what both Hare and Thorman did in that quarter, too, and they ended it on a 14-1 run. Now, when you look at the Chargers, I mean, everything was built through Lainey Housewright, Joey. How do they get her going here in quarter number 3?
Oh, you always just got to put someone on her, have her. You got to chase her. You got to deny her the ball at any spot you can. I mean, she hit 4 deep shots here early in this one. You just can't let that happen if you're Macomb.
Yeah, Housewright, 14 out of the 19 points, has hit 3 triples, has a free throw in, a deep 2, which almost was a 3, but her foot was on the line. So, no, she will take the shot from deep. As the Chargers will start with the basketball, and I've timed them in Illini West. The first person I'm getting a shot for is Lainey Housewright, trying to cut into this lead or this deficit that they hold.
Yeah, you've got to get her going to start off the second half right away with a bucket, and she was open right there.
Macomb's going to bring out Abernathy and Hines. Abernathy battling in foul trouble with 3. Macomb only plays with 7, so you got to be careful there, I would think, with foul trouble when it gets down to it at the end of the day.
Yeah, Abernathy started the game, and I know she's a starter, but with 3 fouls, that's kind of risky with only 7 girls on your team.
Whibble drives right, kicks it to the top of the key, spun around as the ball goes baseline there by Corin Robinson. She goes up, and nothing as the ball gets loose into the hands of the Bombers as Macomb will have their first possession. Sophie Wilson almost gets it taken away as now it finds the hands of Dakota Thorman. Hines, left elbow, loves the left hand. We saw her spinning that way from the right as that one will be banked in from Wilson for 3.
I believe that is Macomb's second banked in 3 of the game. We had one in the first half from Thorman.
Yeah, I think you're right, Peyton. Good job at collecting that stat. The bank
is open.
And it's definitely open to get your money so you can go to Sports Corner, because that was a Sports Corner 3-pointer.
Nice dribble handoff right there. She had the shot, though. She didn't take it. Number 14 for Illini West, Allison Hunter. Nope, excuse me.
Wrong team.
Number 14.
Corin Robinson.
I was looking at their varsity roster.
Holthaus quickly down in the fast break, goes up, and she'll be fouled. And she goes to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Illini West came out, first quarter and a half playing perfect basketball. Everything they would want. Last half of the second quarter, and now the first couple minutes of the third, they've fallen behind now by 8. As Holthaus knocks down the first one. The foul was on, I believe, number...
I'm not sure the foul was on.
Me either.
There's nothing on the scoreboard that shows who the foul was on, so I'm not quite sure who that was on.
It was on somebody, as that'll be 3-team foul, or 1-team foul for Chargers here. That 3-pointer is going to be long. Rebounded by Hines as she leads the break. Gives it up to Wilson. Wilson brings it down, takes the 17-foot jump shot. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Housewright as she looks to get going. She's going to go, and the assist machine she is, finds a Cunning Kennedy Gunning for 2.
That was a really nice pass by Housewright. It was a 2-on-1. She threw it right out front just for Gunning to be able to get it. Nice fast break layup right there by the Illini West Chargers.
28-21. The previous foul is Wilson's going to take the three and have it rattle out. Holthouse looking for the offensive board, unable to hit, saves it, but right into the hands of Wibble as she'll go up for the basket and the foul. They're going to count the basket. She did pick up the last foul that we couldn't figure out who did, so she has one, but this time we'll go to the free throw line to shoot one. As that foul is going to be on number 4, Sophie Wilson. It'll be her second foul.
In that situation, Aubrey Holthouse should have just taken the ball out of bounds with her because that would have prevented the fast break.
Wilson picks up foul number 2 as Will's free throws off the mark. Wilson has it, feeds it into Hines. Hines drops it off to Abernathy. Now Abernathy, one dribble up, gets the 2.
Nice little move right there by Abernathy to keep the ball on her hip, go around the defender, one dribble up, pull up. Macomb's made some really nice offensive moves in this game. Impressive.
30-23, 4:10 left. Joey, the Bombers doing a great job denying House right here, like you said they needed to. Is that jumper is good by Kennedy Gunning.
Illini West just got the ball moving on that possession, and that's really what they need to do in the second half to get back into this one, as they've dug themselves into a little bit of a hole here.
And you know, by defending House right better, now Gunning with a quick 4 points. So Gunning's now heating up. Now you got to start guarding Gunning a little bit closer as well, if you're Macomb.
30-25, 3:38 left. Thorman to Abernathy. She faces up, feeds inside to Hines. One dribble up with the left hand, and she's fouled. Let's see if that's on the ground or if she was shooting.
That should be on the ground. It didn't look like she was in her shooting motion.
Fouls on 3, it looks like. I'll confirm with the board it is. Foul will be on Kennedy Artman, her first.
So we're going to have a pair of subs here for Macomb and one for Illini West.
So checking out for Illini West will be Natalie Wibble. As 2 players checked in. Corner 3 from Wilson, long, rebounded by number 12, Lucy Platt, who just checked in for the Bombers. Wilson, Hines, Abernathy fighting in the post, wants the basketball.
Yeah, Abernathy had the post up, but they just did not feed her down low. And she's open again in the post.
Over the top high-low action, you could get it.
Yeah,
there's no weak side help on her there.
Right.
If she's just
wide open.
She gets fronted, just throw it over the top. She's got enough. As Hines is the same way.
They're trying to do a high-low situation, and it's there. They're just not throwing them the ball.
As Abernathy's pass just a little wide out of the reach of Ella Hare, and it goes out of bounds. And back to the Chargers. They look to cut this to a 1-possession lead with a bucket.
That was a missed opportunity by Macomb. They had multiple chances to throw that ball over the top of the defense, but did not do so.
Artman drives right, stops on the baseline, gets her pocket picked, and we get a jump ball situation. We'll head in the direction of the Bombers. So, Peyton, talk us through. I mean, we can see it here on the screen, and we can see it. They have the Chargers have nobody on the baseline, no weak side defense to help anything over the top. Yep. Are you more of a person that needs to work from the top at the key over top, or do you lob it in from the wings on any direction?
Honestly, you can lob it in from the wings in any direction if there's no backside help. All they have to do is just lob it over the front defender, and they're going to have a layup every single time. As
Abernathy got all the way to the hole, bounced it off to Hines. Bounce pass just a little strong as the three-pointer is off the mark there by Hare. And we're going to get another jump ball, and this one will head in the direction of the Chargers.
And that was good offense as well, because that time they moved the ball side to side. And by moving the ball side to side, you make the defense have to shift. And so that was a good shot right there by Macomb. It didn't go in, but offensively, Macomb's starting to figure it out.
Macomb bringing back up the full court pressure. We didn't know if we could see it, but they want to play fast, and here it goes. Shotwell gives it off. House right, 2.
So smooth right there. That's just a little simple one dribble floater.
And in transition off the main basket, the Bombers go right down to Aaliyah Abernathy, and she gets the pair.
So no one got back there for the Chargers, led to an easy bucket for the Bombers.
Layup, no good. As the drive there by Corn Robinson.
That's going to be Abernathy's 4th.
As Abernathy will pick up her 4th.
And that's a big foul, because now she's going to have to sit, and they're not going to be able to run the high-low anymore, unless if they run it with Thorman, who's about to check in for Abernathy after this free throw.
Robinson. First free throw, no good. I mean, right there is a category. I don't have the exact numbers of how many free throws have been missed for the Chargers today. But, Joey, you would think that's one area they're going to look back at it and wish they executed just a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, you know when you get back to the locker room, that's one thing Coach is going to be pointing at is those free throws. Another one hits back iron and rims out.
Quickly down the court, one step. Layup's just too strong there for Thorman, as she got loose on the break. And Sophie Wilson will pick up the foul, I assume, or is it going to be on? It will be on, no, be on
Hines.
It will be on Hines.
That's
so
her third?
Now I have her down as her second.
That's her second.
Just her
Okay.
second.
They've got to be careful. The posts for Macomb. The bid drills down low. They'll be careful.
Yeah, 2-3 zone to come out of it, trying to help the trouble. As the Chargers are working it baseline to a hammer toss pass to a deep two-pointer. It rolls home there for Ava Shutwell. (32-29). Back and forth. Both teams have had runs. Wilson, right wing, crossover. Thought about the deep two. Gives it to Hines. She goes right this time. Steps through the contact and gets it to go.
Really nice job by Hines right there. Down low, presence-wise, she does a great job of finishing around the basket.
So the Chargers have cut this game to a one-possession game multiple times, unable to get that next stop. As the layup strong, put back strong. Third attempt, no good. As Anna Jacob had a couple good looks there down in the post as Wilson brings it up.
Jacob's been right there on the offensive glass all night, but just couldn't hit.
Hines made the layup, but the foul is going to be before, as that foul is going to be on number 5, Kennedy Gunning, her second. Almost a good foul there, as Hines had a clear lane, and so does Ella Hare, excuse me. And she gets the 2, and it's out to a 7-point lead, and we're going to get a ball poked out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a great EOB right there. It was a screener, and the screener was open.
It's usually what happens when you screen the screener, right, Peyton?
Right.
That pass just a little too fast out of the hands of Whipple. It will head back the direction of the Bombers.
Chance to extend this lead to double digits going into the fourth quarter for Macomb.
Wilson will dribble it off the foot of Olivia Frazier, and it will stay with the Bombers with 13.4. Into Hines, she'll face
Good
Wilson.
pass. Good ball
There,
movement.
lefty
That was great ball
layup,
movement.
beautiful. Actually, that was Dakota Thorman. As she gets the 2 to go, it's a 38-29 game at the end of 3. As you've been listening and watching Macomb girls basketball right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Back inside the hangar. Sports Corner at 124 is Macomb's original local sports bar. Is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time Live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Face-to-face, over the phone, or by email, or by text, you choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm Macomb. You will reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Macomb.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street, Macomb. Back in quarter 4 action, 38-29. The host Bombers lead as the Chargers try to cut back into this. They at one point had an 18-11 lead as Hines rips away the rebound there, leading the 2-1 fast break. Hare, bucket, good.
Yeah, Macomb in transition today has done very well. The ball doesn't touch the floor much, and they get easy transition buckets. So Macomb has done a great job in transition tonight.
Will Thomas, Peyton Hutchins, Joey Jelinek working all this game from the broadcast to the scoreboard to the cameraman. 3-man all-around crew. As that ball was deflected, so allowed to go in the backcourt and grab it was the Chargers. Deep two-pointer, good by Ava Shutwell. Peyton, Joey, both of you guys, the deep two-pointers have been a big opportunity for the Chargers, and they've taken advantage a little bit.
You know, typically in JV basketball, the shot selections are normally inside the three-point arc, but that has not been the case today, and that just goes to show both teams have been hot from deep.
Turnover by the Bombers. Move it up quick. Kicked around. Another deep two. No good. Rebounded this time by Hare. As Lainey Housewright looks to check in at the next whistle. Sophie Wilson will bring it up. Guarded there by Corn Robinson. As the Chargers look to force turnovers, Macomb looks to just deflate the air in the basketball and calm the storm of the next 5 minutes.
And you can just tell when Housewright is not on the floor, this is a completely different team. You know, they're down 11 or they're down 9 right now, and with Housewright on the floor, it's a lot closer game.
Layup, no good there by Thorman, but she was fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And Macomb did exactly what I thought they would do. Instead of number 34 for Macomb, at Abernathy down low, they went with Thorman down low, and Thorman with the move, and two free throws were rewarded because of her hard work down low.
Well, the thing about this Macomb team is the first one rolls out is they've been able to really rotate with Abernathy, Hines, and now Thorman. Those three kind of rotating. So even with Abernathy, who has 4 fouls right now, not being able to really get on the court, you still have that post presence.
Right, and in girls basketball, post presence is a big thing.
As the second free throw in and out, no good. Rebounded by Hines. Putback's good.
Because of stuff like that.
So you miss 2 from the free throw line, but you get 2 still on the scoreboard as Hines has it. And just like that, Lainey Housewright goes straight to the rim for 2. She's up to 18 points on the afternoon.
Yeah, she's been quiet this second half, but like I said, when she's on the floor, it's a completely different team.
Steal there by the Chargers. Goes back up. Layup's no good. Put back. Nowhere to be found as the ball's going to be swung around. Housewright's wide open at the three-pointer. She'll take the 3. Just a little strong. Offensive rebound again. Put back is no good there for, I believe that is number 1, Olivia Frazier, but she was fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, good contest on that shot by Housewright. Unfortunately, the Bombers were not able to box out, and now it's 2 shots for the Illini West Chargers, who have not shot the ball well from the free throw line at all. That's at least 3 misses from the line in this half alone.
As the first one there you saw is off.
That's actually 3 straight misses for Illini West from the free throw line.
Second one rattles home. So 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Peyton, you were down at Lindenwood as me and you spent a bunch of time with the Western Illinois basketball team as a timeout by Macomb. We'll keep it right here. But we saw a little cool promo for Qdoba. You missed 2 free throws in a row, and you get free chips and queso to everybody. You know, we might have to start implementing that throughout locations. We could get a bunch of free chips and queso.
Also, the University of Illinois, when we played there earlier this year, if if an opponent missed 2 free throws in a row, everyone got a free 10-piece McNugget, and Mr. Braden Lamar missed 2 free throws, so everyone in the arena got 10 free nuggets that night.
I remember Mr. Lamar was not happy after missing those 2 free throws.
He was very disappointed in himself.
You never want to be the player that gives other people free food.
Oh, absolutely not.
But you know where we go to school? Western Illinois University. And at Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is a limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. I have a degree from there. I'm working on my second. Peyton's going to be finished with 2 degrees, 1 this year and 1 next year. And Joey's picking up his first degree from Western Illinois. We'll all have degrees from WIU in the next year and a half.
You know, I never
crazy.
thought I never thought I'd say this, but you know, Macomb has became my home. And there's a thing, Macomb homies. I think I have become one.
I'm here. This is my 5th year in Macomb. I mean, I feel like I can communicate with this community and everything involved. And there's a huge support of Bombers basketball. This place keeps getting filled up. Is right there. Ella Hare gets to the rim.
That was a great back cut by Ella Hare. Her defender completely was lost, and she took complete advantage of that. So really nice job by Hare, the back cutter defender.
And just like that, Housewright's going to back cut her defender. Her layup's no good. Saved, though, by Holthouse as the ball bounced around underneath. Quickly up, Hines. 1 dribble layup off the side of the rim. Good look there from Jordan Hines, and an even better pass there from Aubrey Holthouse.
Yeah, Holthouse had her eyes up the whole time, and that's a big thing. And with their eyes are up, you can see so much on the floor. Was able to find Hines. Nice play. Unfortunately, did not finish the layup, but really nice recognition by Holthouse on that play.
44-34, 3:30 left in quarter number 4 of the JV basketball game. We'll have senior day stuff for the varsity team of Macomb coming up after this. We'll switch over to the varsity broadcast for that one, so you don't have to go very far. Just go back to the homepage where you clicked on this game, as the layup there was altered by Dakota Thorman. And then you go back to the homepage, click the varsity game of Macomb High versus Illini West. Watch the celebration as we get ready for tip-off of these 2 varsity programs. Fouls there as Kennedy Gunning got in the way of a driving Dakota Thorman. That'll be Gunning's 3rd foul, as Corin Robinson will check in.
And you know, something I've noticed about these 2 JV teams, some of their girls are playing up at the varsity level as well. So we might see some of these girls in the varsity game as well.
I would expect Lainey Housewright to provide some kind of impact on the varsity level. As Hines, great cut there. Frustrated that she missed it. As Housewright's going to drive all the way, mid-range jumper, fouled from behind. Is that going to be on Abernathy?
That's her 5th. She's gone.
Let's see. 34 it is. And Aaliyah Abernathy, the sophomore, will have to check out, as that is 5 fouls.
Well, you can't take the fouls with you, so might as well use them. And she used all 5 tonight. You know, she had a pretty good game for the time she was in.
Abernathy finishes this game with 8 points as she'll sit on the bench for the rest of this one.
Housewright knocks down the first, and she's up to 19. First 20-point performer possibly tonight. Ella Hare has 11. I don't know if she's going to get to that 20-point mark today. Have to take a couple of threes, as Lainey Housewright does for Illini West, and it's a 44-36 ball game. Quickly up is Hines. She'll go straight into the post. Back out, Sophie Wilson will take the 3 and bury it, as that's a Sports Corner 3-pointer. 47-36.
That's Wilson's 2nd 3 of the game, both this half.
Chargers try to respond. Put back after put back is finally good there by Olivia Frazier, as it's back down to single digits. 9-point game, final 2 minutes left. If you're the Chargers, you want to finish this strong. Lot to grow on, get some stops, make some baskets. You can make this interesting. Team fouls still sitting at 2 apiece.
Yeah, if you're the Chargers, you got to put more ball pressure than what number 25's showing right now. You gotta get the ball back quick.
Natalie Whipple, and there's a turnover as they pick the pocket of Wilson. Straight up to Housewright. She'll ball fake, kick it out. Rotated around. Deep 2-pointer once again off to the right side for Corin Robinson. And Macomb can take their time walking it up the basketball court.
Yeah, that was kind of Illini West's last effort, I feel like, because now down 9 with 1:20 left. Macomb's just probably going to run out this clock or try to.
And you got to get to the 5-team fouls to get anybody in bonus. Well, there's a steal. Rolled around. Hines is going to corral it. Back door. It's going to be tipped. So it will be okay to go in the backcourt. And there's a foul as Corn Robinson picks it up. It'll be the team's third. But you think about it, you got to get to 5-team fouls before anybody shoots free throws. You're sitting at 3. If you want to do it, you might as well be aggressive and go for steals right away.
Yeah, exactly. And then what you could also do, too, which is a strategy most teams don't use, you can foul before the inbound and then no time comes off the clock.
Yeah, you got to just be careful with that so it's not an intentional foul, because intentional then gives.
Yep.
Hines, now to Wilson. Behind the back dribble to the hold house. Under a minute. Slips. Chargers layup. Good. As Olivia Frazier gets 2.
I'm
7-point
surprised
game.
Illini West did not call timeout right there.
4 timeouts for the Chargers.
You could have called timeout and at least tried to come back.
Well, they got another steal.
Yeah, I don't know why they did not call timeout.
Get a quick 3 here, and things could get interesting. Even need a basket as Frazier's going to drive, and she'll be fouled. And she'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
If she makes the free throws here, if I'm Illini West, I'm going to call a timeout and full court press them.
Oh, no, it's not a shooting foul.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As Jaylee Garrison will check in. Tried to feed it in. He'll go out of bounds and will stay with the Chargers. You know, Peyton, I think sometimes that's just us spending so much time around the college game.
Yep.
That's exactly what you would do in the college game to set up some kind of break. 7-point game.
And I mean, I get it is JV basketball, but still, it's still a basketball game you're trying to win. So I don't understand why they didn't call a timeout after that.
As the jump shot from Ava Holes is no good. We'll get a jump ball and we'll head Macomb's way. And it looks like they will wrap up a 7-point victory. 47-40 if they can just run out the final 18 seconds.
And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Wilson will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Garrison. Swung around, 3. And that will do it for us, 47-40. Stay tuned, jump over to the varsity screen as we get ready for senior day introductions as Macomb takes this one 47-40. You've been listening to Macomb Basketball on TSSR Game Time Live.